Bum bum ba-dum 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 bum bum ba. Bum 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 ba. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba. Bum ba ba-da 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 ba 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 ba. Mr. Scrumptious by Avon Guy 327. Original concept by Roger Hargreaves, 2018. This is the story of Mr. Scrumptious. He lived in a humongous pile of fruit on the same road as Messrs. Chocolate, Awkward, Unique and One of a Kind. Yes, they were very good friends indeed. Some of them were acting a little bit crazy, while some were just all right. Now this story is about the time the 5 Mr. Men, aka the Hungry 5, had their lunch. It was usually a very great time of day. The Hungry 5 sat down to eat their lunch, which included a whole pile of fruit and veg. But suddenly something very unexpected happened. No, nothing to do with Mr. Surprise or Mr. Naughty. Mr. Greedy suddenly popped out of nowhere. He was planning to steal the lunch. Nice. Suddenly, he ingested the whole lunch. The members of the Hungry 5 were absolutely fuming. I was quite looking forward to eating our lunch. This was something they had never thought of. Mr. Greedy looked a little bit sad and said, and I was quite looking forward to eating your lunch. It was quite a horrendous day. I'm hungry. The Hungry 5 realised that Mr. Greedy had eaten everything. They were very disappointed and a trifle angry too. Mr. Chocolate said, "You know, I've always had a problem with Mr. Greedy. It wasn't just my lunch he wanted to eat, it was me too." Mr. Chocolate, that can't be true. How very naughty to try to eat you, squeaked Mr. Unique. I'd only eat chocolate covered in custard. Definitely never with teaspoons of mustard. Mr. Scrumptious said sadly, "He always wants to eat my hat too. I've had to get 22 new hats in the last 6 months. It costs me a fortune." "Ooh, I suppose you could get a different type of hat," suggested Mr. Awkward. "Ooh, one that didn't look quite so scrumptious." Yes, what about a bowler or a top hat? He'd surely never want to eat that, squeaked Mr. One-of-a-Kind helpfully. No, cried Mr. Scrumptious. My hats are too scrumptious to change. We'll just have to think of something else. But I like my hat. That gives me an excellent idea, said Mr. Scrumptious. We can start to put mustard on all of the food, so when Mr. Greedy comes and eats it, he'll think it won't be scrumptious. That's a really good idea, surely the very best one to hear. Wouldn't custard, not mustard, be a better idea? No way I'd eat mustard, not now or next year. The Hungry 5 started to prepare their plan. But Mr. Greedy didn't come, and all the Mr. Men were still standing flabbergastedly. It took a long time to get all that food piled up and covered in mustard. Where could Mr. Greedy be? Mr. Scrumptious thought it might be an idea to go to Mr. Greedy's house to see if they could find out what was going on. So he went there while the other members of the Hungry Five looked after the pile of fruit and veg. He was so very surprised to find Mr. Greedy in bed, looking very poorly. Dr. Mackerel was there. He said, "I'm very sorry to tell you, Mr. Greedy, but it appears you may be allergic to fruit and veg." "Allergic to fruit and veg?" Both Mr. Scrumptious and Mr. Greedy were flabbergasted. Mr. Scrumptious hurried back to his hungry four friends. "Odie!" he cried. "What a calamity! What has happened to our dear friend? You look like the world is going to end. Mr. Scrumptious, you look sad. What has happened? Is it bad?" squeaked Mr. Neat. "Mr. Greedy can't eat that pile. He's allergic to fruit and veg," cried Mr. Scrumptious. "What on earth are we going to do with that pile of mustard covered in fruit and veg?" Well, one member of the Hungry Five didn't look at all worried about that calamity. Mr. One-of-a-Kind laughed out loud. "No need to fret about what to do. I'll eat it all, the mustard too." "Aren't I lucky?" Mr. Greedy feels yucky. The Hungry Four watched as their friend Mr. One-of-a-Kind ate the whole pile of mustard-covered fruit and veg. He looked very pleased with himself. The Hungry Five jumped for joy. Mr. Scrumptious then said, "Well, that doesn't solve the problem, Mr. Glutton eating our lunch, does it?" "Oh, no it doesn't," sighed Mr. Awkward. "It's just made everything very awkward indeed." Then Mr. Neat cried out squeakily, "Don't you see what this does mean? We'll always have plenty. Mr. Greedy's not keen. Just make sure there's fruit galore and lots of veg. Who could want more? Yes, there must be heaps of custard and maybe just a hint of mustard." Then Mr. Scrumptious said sadly, "Well, what do I do about Mr. Glutton eating my hat?" "Get a Scrumptious and made out of fruit, veg, or!" cried Mr. Scrumptious and Mr. Awkward both at the same time. "What a great idea!" laughed Mr. Scrumptious. "That could be said, but tell you what, I look silly in this hat." And they invited Mr. Greedy to become a member of the Hungry Five. Six. But they still got cross because he ate all of the things that didn't contain fruit or veg. The end.